Yeah. Trinity grime in it. I said Trinidad grime in it. Turn me up, fam. Stay in the pew. Ain't like a boy, we don't stay in the pew. Stay in the pew, we don't stay in the pew. Ain't like a boy, we don't stay in the pew. We don't stay in the pew. Ain't like a boy, we don't stay in the pew. We don't stay in the pew. Ain't like a boy, we don't stay in the pew. Run for your cover. We living in the last days. Run for your cover. And let Christ be a cover. And anything else we don't never bother. Hashtag battalion. Hashtag win souls a million. Hashtag we don't rump and skin. We come out of the church. We don't rump and skin, boy, bye.
Today's episode of Jadee's Vlog is brought to you by King's Lounge Barber Spa, the premier barber spa for men.
Wow, this morning is an early morning, and it's rainy too, but you know how it is, always say it, thank God I have help. Yo, my brethren! Yo, thank you for being my special conductor this morning. Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, RIZON is my conductor.
Let me go, I'm busting the rope so I can reach for what is mine. No matter what life bring down the road, I'm gonna reach for what is mine. Higher than high is higher up, higher than high is higher up, higher than high, where am I going? Higher level.
So I'm buddy.
Good. I'm finally able to be in the Maxi.
Yo, it is an honor, brethren. It's an honor. Could have you up early is what, 6:22?
Yeah, man.
We out here this morning. Bryson, before we get started a little bit, you ever conduct Maxi before?
No, never did.
Alright, let me get the business out of the way. Welcome inside another edition of Jadee's Vlog. This is in the Maxi. My name is Jadee, and my special conductor guest today is RIZON, none other than RIZON. Yo, I know a lot of you all been saying, yo, do RIZON, so you understand, RIZON is my conductor this morning. And of course, this episode is sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's is sponsoring this episode. RIZON, your boy get a little deal with Wendy's, you understand? Yeah, and all the passengers this morning, they get a voucher from Wendy's where they could go into any Wendy's outlet, present this voucher, and they're gonna get a meal of the price of the voucher. So thank you, Wendy's, once again for sponsoring this episode of In the Maxi. RIZON, this is your float here. Right? I just always give the positive joke with the float. It's because I thought float was only for Maxi, but you know, I can't be telling that joke every single time. And of course, you know, when we start to drive, I have a little segment called the featured song, where we feature a song. And this is your featured song for today.
Round of applause for the young car. Yeah, we're waiting on the Lord for the young core. Hey, round of applause for the young cars. Yeah, we're waiting on the Lord for the young core.
Uncrossed, you've been before it all. Nations, they rise and then they fall. I see your glory standing tall. Might undisturbed, you run the world, and every knee bows before your throne. Yeah, and in the end, the world will know. Yeah, it was about you all along. I know I ain't seen what's coming to be, and forever you will be the lamb upon the throne. Nothing's close to you. Got it all, on it all alone, and I give my life to you. I fix my eyes on you. Yeah, no games, no gimmick. You got all my heart, yeah, you win it. It's all about you. It's all about you.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? My name is Jadee. I am a social media vlogger, and we have a program on social media. It's called In the Maxi. So it's called In the Maxi. Basically what we do is we interview celebrities and people of interest, positive people, that kind of thing, and they are your special conductor. This morning we have a young man we are interviewing. I will let you know who he is. Today's episode, however, is sponsored by Wendy's. So the entire Maxi is going to get a voucher from Wendy's to eat free. And also, if you ask this young man a question, your ride is free this morning. You don't have to pay. Oh God, I can get a little round of applause for me.
Something.
I can get a clapper. Alright, thank you. Ooh, this is a hard crowd this morning. Special guest conductor is, ladies and gentlemen, is a young man his name is RIZON.
Yo.
Let me go. I'm busting the rope so I can reach for what is mine. No matter what life bring down the road, I'm gonna reach for what is mine.
I can get a little round of applause for that. That's okay.
All
Alright. RIZON is in Maxi this morning. Alright, so RIZON, let's just get straight into it. Who are you? Who is RIZON?
Gospel minister, motivational speaker, Christian husband, worship leader.
Alright. Before we get into it, because I know your fans might want to know things, little things like what school you went to?
I went Queen's Royal College from Form. Alright, let me start. I went St. Anthony's College from Form 1, Queen's Royal College from 2 to 5, Southeast Government Port of Spain from lower 6 to upper 6.
Right, you're only child?
No, I have one brother.
Oh, you have a brother?
Yeah.
Okay, is he into music as well?
He is into everything else. So he's a poet, he's an artist, he's a lecturer actually at UE.
Okay.
Intelligent, brilliant, he's an author. Yeah.
So is your whole family like all they bright, all they come from a bright, intelligent family?
Well, I come from a blessed family, so I wouldn't deny that.
What is the early days of RIZON like coming up? Your early days?
Early days, grew up in Belmont Valley Road. I think a lot of my influence came, because adolescence and so forth is a very impressionable time. So
right.
The things that I would have observed from my environment, whether it be inside the house or outside the house, would have played a big part in shaping my personality and my focus and that kind of thing.
First job, what was your first job?
First job.
You got your first earnings.
My first job would have been as a teacher at the National Museum. I think I was doing my A-levels at the time, and it was like a summer job. And I was an art teacher, or I assisted the art teacher during that period, and that was a lot of fun.
What does Bermudas mean to you? Does the word Bermudas ring a bell?
Yeah, man.
Flavor the scene. What does that mean?
Oh, you go listen for that? That is a judgment detector.
No, I didn't do my research.
Yeah, man. Well, I worked Bermudas straight out of UE. When I finished, I was a management trainee there. Bermudas was a great experience,
And the catchphrase "flavor the scene," I heard that you were responsible for.
Yeah, I mean,
for coming up with that.
I'll tell you what, when I left school, I was thinking that marketing was the most creative aspect of business. So when I started the job, I was just I was bursting with ideas and that kind of thing. So when they threw out a question or they had whatever project they was working on, I had so many ideas.
Right.
But eventually I get to realize that marketing is less about the creative, and there was a lot of administration to it.
Right.
And for me, that was the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
The name RIZON.
Right.
How you come up with the name RIZON? Why didn't go by your birth name?
Right. I wanted a name to just remind me of what it is I was doing, the vision. The vision was to point people upwards, to be uplifting. So RIZON comes from 2 words. Horizon, where the heavens touch the earth, and risen, as in risen with Christ.
Okay. When I first met you, RIZON, I don't know if you remember, you came to my house.
Right.
Of course, could be about 40 pounds. Less than what you are now, but you did come.
Right.
And when you came on the scene with the song that you sang for the audience this morning, it was with what you call a conscious soca.
Inspirational soca.
When
you think conscious, you might think more on the lines of reggae and so on. You know what I mean?
Right. But you were not in what you call traditional church yet.
Right. Gospel or
music.
seen as a gospel, right? Yeah, correct.
Right. Why you didn't start off in the gospel market? First question, why didn't start off with that? Right?
Yeah.
And what caused the transition from as an inspirational artist into gospel? Because I remember when we used to do interviews,
right.
I remember you distinctly used to say, correct me if I was wrong, you distinctly didn't want to be called a gospel artist.
All right.
But then you made that transition.
Okay, well, when I started, I was inspired to become an artist, not through gospel music.
Right.
I actually didn't grow up listening to gospel music. My inspirations was actually people like Maximus Dan, well, MX Prime, then known as Maximus Dan.
Right.
My inspiration was people like Ataclan, people like Tree Canal, Tree Sons. These were the groups that was inspiring me, and the reason for that was they were actually dealing with topics and content that, you know, that was relevant to our situation in Trinidad and Tobago, and at the same time causing people to dance and enjoy themselves.
Right.
So the music was topical, it was inspirational, and it was in our own Trini twang. Right. I love that, and that inspired me. You know, I was particularly inspired by Maximus Dan, who in my book.
But you grew up in church, you wasn't inspired by any gospel artists at the time?
Like, no, hold on. When you say grow up in church, you have to understand that while I would have gone to church, I never really see myself necessarily as growing up in church as some other people were doing that. They involved in this, and they involved in this, and this youth group and that youth group. I was in church on a Sunday, and then eventually I stopped going to church with my moms, and I started going to Catholic church because it was finishing an hour. Right. And I didn't want to be, you know, this 2 or 3 hour thing was kind of tough for me as a teenager. You understand? So eventually I did become a Christian in a real sense. You know, somebody invited me to study the Bible and so forth, and when I studied, I make that decision, and then of course everything changed. At that point in time I started to discover purpose and understand, you know, what I out here for. Right. Take a look at all the different gifts and talents and recognize that this was the direction that God was taking me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I knew that I wanted to inspire people. And when I looked at some of these guys that I just mentioned, they were doing music in such a way that it appealed to the masses. So they were going into the dark places and inspiring them, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be that artist. Okay. Not a man standing, you know, performing necessarily before a group of people who are already enlightened, but before a group who need enlightenment. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, stick a pin in it. We'll be back. We'll be back right after the break. It's in the Maxi. We're on the PBR.
Maxi, boy. In the Maxi.
Audience, it's early. That's why it's mad early this morning. But we're in the Maxi. My special conductor guest for this morning is RIZON. We'll be back right after the break. Welcome back inside. It's in the Maxi. RIZON is my special guest, and we have a question one time, ma'am.
Okay, it's not really a question, it's a request.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the same RIZON or if it's a different person. There was a Christmas song that you sang a few years ago. You used to do Christmas songs.
At Christmas? Yes.
Yes. This particular Christmas song is the only Christmas song I like to hear to coconut pie Christmas.
Serious?
Yeah.
Which one? Clean out your heart? Smoke in the kitchen?
Yes.
Smoke in the kitchen.
Right.
We have a request. So we have a request in the back, right?
So we doing Christmas in June?
That's okay.
All I want to smell is smoke in the kitchen.
Let the police back. Yeah, we live though. We really only but shoot all the feelers at studio thing. We really out here. Honest to the officers.
Yes, they remember all the
Request.
lyrics. Everybody eating, having a time. This love in the atmosphere make the sweetest lime. But all that smile will turn to frown if when I come for second round, it have no food in the oven. If I can smell ham, I gone.
I can smell turkey.
Oh gosh.
Look at my eyes early in the morning. Give them a round of applause to two people. That is RIZON. We in the Maxi.
Yeah,
So
man.
the lady in the back, she gets to travel free. The rest of you are paying still. All are paying still. And it's brought to you by Wendy's. Thank you, Wendy's, for sponsoring this episode this morning. RIZON. Let's do some fun facts of RIZON. All right. This is a fun fact. Your name come up. I had to break it to you. Your name come up in something they call the Tight Gang.
Hello, ladies.
The what? The Tight. The Tight Gang.
Who raised that up? I want to know who
I
raised that.
I did a survey and your name came up in the Tight Gang. Other names that came up in the Tight Gang is Nathaniel, James Saunders, Jaron Nurse. Your name didn't come up because anything you put on a little baggy because a little small. That's alright, Jaron. Get your weight up. But do you see yourself as a sex symbol? Because I say that because do you think you wear tight clothes?
Okay,
Tight tops?
so let me answer the first question. Do you see yourself as a sex symbol?
Yeah.
Is
there anything as a sex symbol in the gospel?
But that's the thing. Anytime a gospel artist say yes, you have a problem.
Right. So one would say, right, that because women get it.
Right.
Women, if they put on some women, if they shape a particular way and they put on her pants that's fitted, she would be looked upon a certain way if she wear a particular outfit.
Right.
You kind of built like me. We strong, we have muscles, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you might wear tops that will be fitted.
Right.
Do you come under pressure for that? Because you wear. What is your feedback on that? What is your feedback with stuff like that?
You know, just
because the name come up in the tight gang for wearing tight clothes.
But people don't talk to me.
Right.
So whoever it is that raised that topic, they're probably talking amongst themselves.
Right.
Because I never got negative feedback for my
and I mean, it's not necessarily negative. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But they would say, Risin is wear a tight shirt. Nobody don't tell you nothing. But if Nisa wear a pants, they're ready to say something. Do you think it's unfair? Look at your face. Do you think it's unfair?
Hey.
Because you are working out. You're in the gym and well, you work out.
Well, I work out, yeah.
Right. Do you think you should put on a big shirt from Detours, big shirts to Detours, or they take off forward, and because you're comfortable in what you wear, but
right.
Still there's not a fairness. What are your thoughts on that?
I think, you know, different looks could create different challenges for people depending on where they are. Right? I think it has certain standard things that we could look at. There are some people that will struggle with this thing called lust no matter what you wear. You understand?
Right, no matter what
you wear, it will have some men that will have issues. They will look at a woman fully clothed, she could be skirt all along to the ankle
and still have an
issue. You know, they might have on
but then again it's still a line that I think.
Yeah, so there is a line. So both men and women, we need to be mindful of the fact that we have different people out there and make sure that we set a standard for ourselves.
Right.
That when we step out, that we're not intentionally creating a struggle for the next man or the next woman, as the case may be.
Okay, so as soon as I ask you these questions, you're gonna say the answers as soon as it comes to your mind. Favorite color?
Red, purple, both of them.
Favorite food?
Roti, barbecue, shrimp.
Roti, not all together though. Favorite food. Favorite country that you have traveled since you're doing music? Your favorite destination?
St. Martin.
St. Martin. Alright. Dream car?
Bentley.
A Bentley. Favorite scripture in the Bible?
1 Corinthians 9:24-27.
Which is?
In a race all the runners run, but not everyone gets the prize. Run in such a way so as to get the prize.
Wow. Mine is Jesus wept, because that's the easiest thing to remember. That's the easiest scripture to remember.
Right.
Alright, thank you, man. Hey, you're right on free. Alright. Voucher, thank you.
Very much, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. Here's your voucher.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Risin, I have one question for you, right?
One question.
Before I even knew who you were, there was this song, Reach for What Is Mine.
Right.
Every time I heard this song, it was a very inspirational song for me. I grew up in Enterprise.
Right.
So what I want to know is, what it is inspired you to bring out that song?
But at the time I was in a musical relationship that was about to become official. We had, you know, just different things that was happening, but I felt constrained within the musical relationship. Also, where I was working, I would sometimes express my dreams and my desires to do music and inspire people, but I never got the kind of feedback that I wanted to get. And so I felt like, man, I needed to kind of separate myself from the environments that I was in and step forward. And so I wrote this song to encourage me, you know, let me go, let me just reach for what I believe God has called me to. And so I had to really think about it, you know. Long before I came into existence, I know God had instilled purpose in me, and I just write just to inspire me. And I was hoping that it would inspire other people, but I didn't think it would have blown up so big. Right. So that was the inspiration.
Alright, so Risin, before we leave, there are a lot of hurting young people, there are a lot of people you know, we living in a time in Trinidad and Tobago where crime, like I in a crime group on Facebook, bro. Listen, every single day there is a murder or a homicide or something like that. You know what I mean? And they are hurting people out there. And just encourage somebody who might be going through something. They feel like, you know, there's no way out, there's no hope. However you want to encourage them, that camera, just, you know, encourage them onto something of life.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I would tell anybody is to take responsibility for your life. If you don't like where it is right now, you have the opportunity to change it. Believe in yourself. Believe in what God has done for you, because He has equipped you in a very special and unique way to accomplish certain things that only you could accomplish. Take the time to sit down and consider all the gifts, all the talents, and see what direction it is pointing you in. And recognize that nobody else is going to come to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. So take responsibility. And once you take responsibility, you can change your life around with the grace and the help of God.
Alright, we're getting ready to wrap up. Ryzen, before we wrap up and leave, what's going on with the music? What's next? I think you're leaving the country tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah. So tomorrow I would be leaving to head to the British Virgin Islands, headlining a concert featuring as well Jacqueline Carr.
Okay.
Yeah. Following week we heading to Germany.
Oh, we're heading to Germany. That's with Curtis Jordan.
Right, yeah, man. So big up Curtis Jordan and
shouts to
CG, MT.
Singles, albums, quickly. What's going on with the actual recordings?
Right, so yeah, well, I'm working on the album, and I don't like to give dates and so forth prematurely. You know, when things complete, that is when we'll talk about it. But for now, just know that the music is being produced. We in the studio, we spending time writing, and it's about just creating an excellent product that could inspire people not just from Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the world.
Excellent. It's in the Maxi. My name is Jadee. You are watching Jadee's vlog. Of course, RIZON. Tell them where they could shout you, where they could get you at the social media links.
Everything RIZON Music, you know. So you're looking at twitter.com/RIZON Music, facebook.com/RIZON Music, Instagram RIZON Music. Do a search for me, send me a message, and I will respond.
There you have it. My name is Jadee. Remember to follow my page, like my page, follow my page. It's Jadee's vlog. Tag a friend if this has been interesting to you. If you love RIZON, hit him a shout out, hit him a message. Also follow his page. And again, thank you to Wendy's. This episode of Jadee's vlog in the Maxi is brought to you by Wendy's. All the passengers this morning, they get a free voucher from Wendy's where they could go to any Wendy's outlet. You need to check out that new baconated jam sandwich from Wendy's. Is like a double patty and then a whole heap of bacon. Listen, it is hamburger people's delight. We're going for breakfast. Wendy's sponsored us breakfast this morning, and 2 passengers get to travel free. Everybody else pays. Because I really making people think this is a game, you know. I out here hustling, you know.
Right.
When I drop all you out, I come back up the road, you know.
Correct.
I looking fit. As a Maxi driver, it's real talk, alright? See you next week on Jadee's vlog. Share the link.